You may or may not know, if you went through and looked at the Canvas shell already, that I record everything, the screen's being recorded, and then later on I upload it to YouTube, and then you can go back and watch whatever, the whole thing. Okay, so let me start out by taking you to Canvas. Introducing myself, my name is Robert DiGiovanni. I teach calculus here. Calculus, I teach math. And this particular semester, it's kind of unusual. I'm teaching only calculus face-to-face, which is rare. I usually teach like 1 or 2 college algebra or something like that. So this semester it's totally immersed in calculus. I do Cal 3 on Monday at 11. Then right after that Cal 3, I do a Cal 1, and then on Tuesday, Thursday, I do this Cal 2. It's my only class today. So that's just a little bit about myself. I'm full-time here. I've been here since the beginning of time, it seems. Back when we used to be in the portable buildings, and the air conditioner would go out, and we would sweat, and we'd start to hallucinate, and we'd actually understand it a little better, wouldn't we? So, okay, does everyone know how to log into ACES? Yes? Okay, if you log into ACES, you click on your courses, and then you should be looking at fall 2014, and somewhere in here you should see Cal 2. And this is going to take you to a place called Canvas, and this is where you must be able to get here throughout the semester to access all the stuff I'm going to have for you. This is also where you go to communicate with me. If you need to send me an email or something, it needs to all go through this inbox here. I'm not going to take you through that, but I'll let you explore it yourself. Anybody never used this yet? Anyone have no idea, never been here? It's okay if you haven't. I just need to. So everyone's familiar with this? All right. So if you need to send me an email, go through here. If you send me something from your Hotmail account or something like that, a lot of times it gets spammed out. I never see it. So go here, and if I'm going to send something to you, it's going to appear in that inbox. All right. Now, this is our main page. I'd like to switch it over to the student view real quick. I didn't put up a video of an orientation showing you this, right? I didn't. All right. So switch to student view. All right, so this is pretty much what you would see when you log in. Looking at your courses here, we're looking at the Cal 2. We have the syllabus, we have the schedule, we have the lecture videos, files, and then this other thing. So let me just go through these. The syllabus, I'm not going to invest a lot of time going through this, all right? But you need to go through this on your own. It talks about all the requirements of the course, you know, who I am, where you can find me, what my cell phone number is, when I'll be in my office to help you, what book you need, second edition, Stewart Essential Calculus. If you took Cal 1 here, this is the same book. Also, I do allow you to have a laptop or a tablet PC, or tablet or whatever the heck you want, just not your phone. You can have that in class because all the notes that I'm going to provide for you, like the ones I gave you today, I'm actually going to have them here under files, and you can open them up on your laptop and just follow along in class. I'm not going to continue to print these notes out for you. This is only for the first day. That's it. So from here on out, I'm just going to, move on, and as soon as we get past these, you won't have any more. Am I making sense? So if you want to bring in a computer to class, you can. Just make sure that that the only thing you're doing on your computer is related to the class. So if I walk around and I see you're doing something else, it says later on, I think there's a 10-point penalty on your next test, and you get kicked out of the room for the day, and you're counted absent and all this stuff. So just make sure that you're, you know what I'm saying, right? Okay. All right, optional stuff, graphing calculator. Everything that we do in this class is going to be done by hand on a test. So you need to make sure that even if you're using a TI-89 or something like that to check your work, that's fine. You just can't use it to get your answer, and that's all. No work or anything like that. You won't get any credit if you just give me answers. So we are going to cover something called integration, techniques of integration, sequences, and series. That's a big part of this course. Hopefully you got here with a C or better in calculus. I always warn people, if you just barely got through Cal 1, just barely squeezed by, Cal 2 is going to be a bit of a challenge. It's going to be hard, okay? Because there's so much in Cal 1 that you need in Cal 2. We always associate it with Cal 1 is learning how to walk, and Cal 2 is learning how to walk backwards. You can't walk backwards until you're good at walking forward, right? So, yeah. Okay, read through all this. Here's the part that most people want to see. How is your grade going to be determined? So I'm going to do quizzes. Those quizzes will come in the form of, you know, everyone take everything off desk. Let's take a quiz, or let's get in groups. Let's do a quiz. Oh, let me come by and check your homework. Oh, you did your homework. There's a quiz grade. Or attendance. I'll say, wait a minute, where the hell is everyone? All right, I'm going to give an attendance quiz grade today. You know, so the quizzes can come in any variety of formats. So take all those quizzes. I'll drop maybe 1 or 2 at the end. Get an average, and that's 20%. Then you have 3 exams, and then your final. So all the exams are equally weighted, and all the exams should only cover the material from the last exam to that exam. So it's kind of like once we're past exam 1, you don't really have to worry about that again. All right? Understand? This is about attendance. The big deal here is, you know, I am recording everything. Yes? It should just be the last part. However, there might be a situation, I'm not going to offer this officially, but there may be a situation where a student does very poorly on an exam. So what I do is I offer the student, they take the final, and then after they take the final, they can do a retake of one of their other tests or something like that. But again, that's not official. Just because I said it, it's not official. But the final is usually just the material after exam 3. But it's kind of like the way this course is designed, the stuff that you're doing on exam 3, you still need stuff from exam 1. The questions will look different, but there's still stuff from exam 1. The concepts are still in exam 3. Because I'm recording everything, that does not excuse you from being here. The recording, there's a couple of reasons I do it, but most of all, it's because some people do have things come up, right? Life happens, and so instead of having nothing to go off of, at least you have this, all right? You can go back and watch this. You can have 4 absences in this class. After the 4th absence, you can be dropped or failed. So just keep that in mind. What I expect, I'm using a lot of technology. I've already said all this. I will provide everything I write down. So like I'm going to be writing on this little board here, and everything I write, I'll save it as a PDF and I'll post it online also, so you can print off basically my lecture notes that I'm handwriting, in addition to those notes that I handed out. All right, electronic behavior stuff. Sleeping, I had to do this yesterday for the first time. I hated to make an example out of the guy, but I had to. Sleeping or being disruptive, he was sleeping. 10% penalty on your next exam. So right off the bat, you can't get an A on the next exam if you're sleeping in class. So if you're really tired, just go in the hallway and go to sleep. Just don't sleep in here, all right? I know it's hard to stay awake for an hour, 40 minutes, but got to do it. All right, the rest of it I'll let you read. Here's the layout of the semester. I'm actually going to close that because I provided the layout of the semester in a different format that you can download and print, and you can stick in a binder or something. It's much easier to look at. We have our first exam on September 30th. Then we have another exam, and that'll cover these sections. And then we have another exam here. Yeah, the final's probably going to have a little bit of stuff from here. It'll just depend. A lot of what the final's going to be is going to depend on how good this chapter right here goes, chapter 8. I think chapter 8 is probably one of the hardest chapters in the entire book. So we'll see how this goes. We only have one holiday in this class. We have a Thursday, Thanksgiving. Yeah. So we don't have to be here on Thanksgiving. And then our final is going to be here on Tuesday of finals week, 11 to 1:45. So you might want to print that out. This is what I'm going to go off of. Like today, we're going to do 3.5, and then next day, 3.6. And I'm going to try and follow this as best I can. When I can, I'm going to try and get ahead, okay? Because what I'd like to do is allow us as much time for the difficult sections. So if we can kind of jump past something pretty quick, we will. Questions? Like I said, the videos, everything I'm recording, if you click here, it's going to take you to my YouTube channel. And right now there are no videos here. So, but if you click on playlists, you could actually pull up all my different classes. I've got videos for this semester. I've got videos for other semesters too. So I actually do have videos here from, where's another? Here's a Cal 2 I taught 1 year ago. And so you could click on that, you go look at, the thing is, I don't believe I organized thing by section. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. So you can kind of go back and look at these if you wanted to. Understand? Okay. And then this is your first quiz for this class is due on Thursday before class at 11 a.m. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to a quiz. This is the only quiz you'll do online, the only one all semester. It says, purpose of the assignment is to establish documentation of the fact that you have read the syllabus and fully understand the requirements of the course. You say, I'm going to take the quiz, and it's a simple yes or no. Have you read the syllabus? Do you understand? Oh, the orientation video. I thought I took that out of there. Well, have you read the syllabus? Do you understand the requirements of the course? Yes or no? That's a quiz, all right? So that way, if something comes up later and you're like, well, I didn't know, I can go back and say, well, you said you knew, right? All right. Questions? That's the main page there. Oh, files. So throughout the semester, I'll post things here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Class lecture notes, course notes. So the course notes, that's what you're looking at right now that I handed out to you, 3.5 or 3-5. That's the course notes, okay? Those notes go with the class. It doesn't, with the course itself, right? That's different than the class lecture notes. There's nothing there. That's what I'm writing on my tablet. Understand the difference? Okay. So as time goes on today, I'll upload the video, I'll save the class notes to PDF, and I'll put them right there. You can come back and get them. You also have formula sheets. So you're allowed to use formulas on different tests. Now, you can't use these formulas on every test. I'll tell you what you can and can't use. But this is the official what's allowed as far as formulas. And so print this out. Start bringing it to class, 6 pages worth of formulas. What else is in here? Solutions, what the heck is this? Homework solution. I've got a bunch of old stuff in here. I've already worked out some of the problems for certain sections. Not every section has solutions, okay? But a lot of them are here. Questions? I don't mean to overwhelm you with all this information, but course notes. Yep, course notes. And I'll be projecting them too. Like I'll be in class and I'll be going through them like this. But if you wanted to have your own hard copy to make your own notes on it, you would have to print it. All right. Let me go back to our home page. I'm really trying to do this in less than 15 minutes. We have a discussion board. You can go there if you want to ask each other questions, talk to each other. And then we have grades. So as grades start to happen, you'll see what, there's bonuses, exams, final. Oh, I need to change all this. What the heck? Well, just know that that's where your grades are going to be, okay? I need to kind of take some stuff out of here. I will offer bonuses, though, but they'll just be kind of randomly. I'll just be, hey, try that at home bonus problem, something like that. People and files. So that's it. Questions on the course main page or anything like that? Okay. All right. So how many of you need Cal 3? How many of you have to take Cal 3? So only a handful of you? Okay. Just curious. So what is Cal 2 a requirement for then that you don't need Cal 3? So what are some majors? Some people who are not taking Cal 3, what are your majors? Engineering? Okay, so you're going to go to engineering analysis and stuff like that instead of Cal 3. All right. Computer science, yeah. Yeah, Cal 3 is kind of becoming obsolete for people doing those particular programs. What about you? You need Cal 3? What do you need it for? Mechanical? Different program, maybe? All right, well, I always tell people that if you can take Cal 3, I recommend it because it's a course where you deal with three-dimensional space, which is really good if you want to do mechanical engineering type things where you're working in, well, three-dimensional space, right? So it doesn't hurt to get used to that sort of visualization. All right, well, I'm ready to roll here. I don't really have anything else that I want to talk about. I want to get into the notes, but I have a quiz for you. And now it's not a quiz where you're not even going to put your name on it, okay? You're not even going to put your name on this quiz. This is a quiz where I want to kind of see where the class is as far as taking a derivative. All right? So it starts out, number 1 is find the derivative of sine of x. All right? And the last one, number 7, is take the derivative of sine of cosine of e to the x. And everything in between 1 and 8 is some variation of that. And I want to see how comfortable the class is with this sort of differentiation. Because that really helps me understand like what I'm working with here, right? All right, so I'm going to pass this out. Part of this is how much you can do in a given amount of time, all right? So I'm only going to give you like 10 minutes tops on this. So do your best. Don't put your name on it. I don't want to know who you are. I just want to see what my class can do. Sound fair? There you go. Take one, pass it down. I'll start the clock once everyone has one. Don't get all freaked out, okay? There's no grade here. It says quiz on it just to put you under that pressure. Need one? Oh, right there. Need one over here? Okay. All right, go. And of course, do your own work. I want to see what you do, not your neighbor.